Good evening, beautiful people. I wasn't gonna post a video today, but it's silly, but I did see someone else viewed two of my videos. I don't know if they liked it or not, but it was kind of encouraging. Because today I'm just not feeling really great today, at least in terms of energy and motivation. A little bit of cravings for alcohol, just because times like this when I feel tired or just not really good, I just want to drink, because for me it's just a lot easier to pick up a bottle or a can, and just drink the day away and just kind of not have to worry or stress about things. But of course that is a terrible coping mechanism and has gotten me in a lot of trouble, and I just don't want that. So yeah, just not really feeling it today. But it has been a relatively good day. I was able to go back down to my local recovery cafe. It's an amazing place, a lot of great people there. And, because today at 1 was my recovery circles, and I was able to grab some lunch too. So it's a great place, you can grab some food and then, have that social support. And everyone that, I was really anxious when I was taking the bus and going down there, because I, was worried or thought that, some people might be judgmental, because I hadn't been there in about 2 months, because of my relapse in the middle of February, and getting kicked out of Oxford. And then a few weeks after that, being terminated from mental health court and spending 19 days in jail. So I was just like, oh, I don't know if they're going to take me back, or if I should even show my face. But I'm really glad that I did. Everyone welcomed me with open arms. I'm so thankful for that place and those people, just to have that support and not be judged. Because it's hard to not feel down on myself, because I've really been making poor choices, and even though I've been trying to work towards active recovery since last March, being enrolled in the mental health court, I've had many relapses, and it's been a struggle. It's been difficult. So it's hard not to get down on myself about that. But, the way I see it is just you have to keep on pushing. If you get knocked down, you get back up again, and try to take something away from that, some sort of lesson. But yeah, being in this house, though, has been extremely helpful. It's just knowing the fact that drinking would be a horrible option for the right now, is a really good motivator. And it sucks to have to admit that, but I just don't have the strength or the responsibility and accountability to keep myself sober, in an isolated living situation, because then, especially, no one to check in with at home. So then start feeling crappy, depressed, start drinking again. And then I tend to spiral down pretty quickly. Whereas, going uphill it takes a little more time, understandably. So yeah, things can get bad pretty quickly. So I'm glad to be here, because it kind of keeps me from doing that. At least it has so far. The last house I was at, the Oxford house, I was there for 6 weeks, and I was doing really well. It wasn't until I spent the night at my apartment, where I drank. But prior to that, I hadn't really been having cravings. But then I stayed at my apartment, because it was closer to the cafe, and I did do some recovery coach training, and I hope to do additional modules, as well as getting peer support training, because that's something I would really like to do. Use my experience to help other people out in the community, and help them, kind of, not have things not get so bad where they have to be hospitalized, or of course, even overdose and die. So it's something I'm really interested in pursuing. Especially I used to work as a nurse. I was a psychiatric and a detox nurse. So for a few years, so I'm, the helping people, having that compassion and empathy is something that I'm really drawn to. So I think that would kind of fulfill that need. And I might pursue nursing down the road, but right now I really want to focus and be strong in my recovery, and really just focus on things. But it's unfortunate though, because I mean, nursing it's a great job, but yeah. So yeah, I drank in middle of February, and I was kicked out of the house, and then kicked out of mental health court, and then I spent 19 days in jail. Um, and honestly, I'm kind of glad for it. It's been a very sobering experience. It is really unfortunate, and like I said, I've been down on myself for you know wrecking that opportunity to have those charges dismissed, and to avoid jail time. But at the same time, I think maybe that's what I needed at this point in my life, just because unfortunately for a lot of my substance use, I was a functioning alcoholic and addict. I was able to attend to everything, but I still wasn't really happy. And then it wasn't until I started heavily abusing the nitrous oxide, the laughing gas, where it really affected my perception of reality, my thought process. I started becoming really impulsive, delusional, grandiose delusions, ideas of reference. I thought, songs on the radio or stuff on the TV was meant for me. It was a secret message. And then, even as far as a capgrass delusion, when I went to see my parents, that's a delusion where you don't believe that, the person you're interacting with, like so my parents, for example, I didn't believe that they were my parents. I thought that they were essentially doppelgangers. And my delusion was pretty hyper religious. So I had the delusion that they were demons and wanted to, I don't know, kidnap me, or because there's so much to talk about, which I guess that's why I'm glad I'm making this video too, because it's something that's just going to take many videos to go through, and I'm just kind of scattered anyways. I think I will try to start writing out kind of a loose script, at least something to go down. But for right now, it just feels really nice to just ramble on, and and whatnot. So I have to. So again, it's cool that at least one person saw the other videos. That's encouraging, and I do realize that I need to be consistent with working towards my recovery, because that's been another issue. Is I'll do really well, both in my mental health and substance and sobriety, and then something will happen, whether it's a significant event or not. Sometimes it's just out of the blue, and then I start not doing well. So I kind of oscillate quite a bit, and a lot of that I think is due to the inconsistency in terms of self-care and working on my recovery, because it's so easy to just let things slip and say, oh, I'm not going to work out today, I can work out tomorrow, or oh, I'm not going to go to the AA meeting tonight, I'll go tomorrow, or I'm not going to make this video right now, I'll do it tomorrow. And then it's just easy to get caught up in that. And then the next day comes along and you tell yourself the same thing. And then all of a sudden, you're 3 months in and you haven't been to a single AA meeting. You haven't taken care of yourself. You've been drinking every day again. So, yeah, I really need to be consistent with that. So yeah, it's been a really good day. I was glad I went down there. Had a great lunch, great circle. Like I said, everyone was just very welcoming. So that was awesome. So I do want to go, continue to go. The circle's every week, but I would like to go other days of the week just to, grab lunch and just be in that environment. It's just a really supportive environment. So and then, I just kind of came home and just kind of crashed. Even now I still feel pretty, I wouldn't say lethargic per se, but I do feel more tired than usual, and a lot less motivated. So I was wanting to bike ride, but the weather's been kind of screwy. I know that's kind of an excuse, but it was hailing a little bit earlier today. So not really good bicycle riding weather. So I figure at least let's just kind of rest today and just, do something else. And then maybe tomorrow when I think the weather's going to be bad all week from the looks of it. Of course, where I live, that's not an uncommon occurrence. So maybe I'll just have to just get myself out there and just bike ride or or walk regardless of the weather. And I didn't lift weights today. Today was a rest day from the weightlifting, but I do probably want to do that tomorrow or on Monday. So the rest of my plans for today, post this video, of course. I might hit up one of the AA meetings online. It doesn't have the same effect as an in-person meeting, but it is a lot more convenient. There's this great site, aahomegroup.org, and they have a meeting on the hour, every hour, 24/7. So it's really nice because, especially not having a car, I don't have to worry about transportation or the time it'll take. And then sometimes when it gets late enough at night, those buses stop running. So it's nice to just hop on, a virtual meeting and get that support, even if it's not quite the same. But, I might also do a smart recovery instead, because for me, that being virtual doesn't have such a reduction of the impact that, AA or NA would. So might do that. And then also, I think, I don't know, I'm just doing a lot. After this, I'll probably, hop on Twitch and then play some more games. I don't really expect anyone to join, especially, starting from zero. I know there's a lot of other people talking about, recovery and addiction, and people playing video games on there, but I do think that, I like to think at least, my story is, we all have very unique, interesting stories, but nitrous oxide abuse isn't so common, and especially not to the extent that I had abused it. I have pictures on my blog. My bedroom was filled with thousands and thousands and thousands of empty canisters. So I think that's, it's an interesting story. And, again, it's just really helpful for me to kind of just talk about this stuff and process it and get it off my chest. So yeah, I'll probably do some gaming. Like I said, I don't think anyone's going to join, but at the very least, play some SNES games. Like I started up Super Metroid and kind of in a nostalgic mood. It's been a while since I've played that, so I'll probably do that, just for my own benefit. And then if anyone pops in, then I can start talking. But otherwise, just going to play games. And then retire early tonight and just call it a night. Try and get some good rest. So that's it for right now. Like I said, I do want to practice consistency. I will also, even if it's a short post, post a blog today. Just so that way, I'm doing something every day. Because like I mentioned, for me, it's easy to just let it slide for one day, and then that one day turns into weeks and months. I really want to be in recovery. I'm happy to be in recovery. It's worthwhile. And I have a lot more at stake now, being on probation, supervised probation. So the UA isn't just going to be like a sanction, like, oh, hey, community service. It's going to be, okay, you're going to jail for 30 days. So that's a, pretty good motivator, I suppose. So there's just too much at stake. I'm 33 years old. I'm just tired of wasting my life and my potential away, for something so meaningless. So I'll post tomorrow. I should be posting tomorrow. I expect to. And I hope everyone has a really great evening. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Those in recovery, I hope things are going well for you. And those not in recovery, I hope you stay safe with your substance use, and are responsible, not drunk driving and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks.